your host, Drew Wishover, entrepreneur, published author, and owner of Inspired Business Group, along with his co-host and director of operation, Amy Maley. Thanks for tuning in, and let's join this episode of Title Talk.
Good afternoon.
It is.
It is. Good afternoon, friends out there. Welcome to this edition of Monday Motivation, Title Talk 2.0. My name is Amy.
And I'm Drew.
He was chewing chocolate, so I just had to do that. Did I do okay?
You did great.
That's what I'm here for.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
How's everybody doing out there? Good, I hope. We are starting another week. Looking forward to some motivation and inspiration for you guys today. How was your weekend? Fun?
Oh, it was pretty okay. How was yours?
Yeah, pretty okay.
Yeah, it was a lot of rain.
A lot of rain. Saturday was full of rain.
A lot of rain.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I don't
I
don't even know what I did this weekend. How bad is that?
It's almost the end of August. This is crazy.
Dude, it is nutty. This year is just, I swear to gosh, I blinked and this year's over.
We are flying through here. So hopefully we can bring some happiness and some motivation, some inspiration to your week with our Motivational Monday and chatting a little bit about kind of keeping things moving, keeping you guys excited. Tomorrow, Amy is going to do her positive vibes. Any prequel to what you might be sharing it on? You want to tease everybody?
How important Tuesday is.
How important Tuesday is.
Not only because of my 2 for Tuesday, but like the other reasons behind it.
So is Tuesday the most important day of the week?
Is it?
Oh, okay.
Stay tuned.
Because in my mind, I think Monday is the most important day of the week. Because if you don't start, you never finish.
Yeah, but just it's hard to get motivated on Monday.
It is.
It's, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like people kind of use Monday as a excuse to say like, oh, it's the start of my week, like I'm so tired from the weekend, like, give me Tuesday. Here comes Tuesday. So I feel like, yeah.
I'll stick around for that tomorrow. We'll see what positive vibes Amy has to bring. And why don't we start with some Motivational Monday stuff?
I'm ready.
Have you ever used the phrase crazy busy? I'm just crazy busy.
I think I usually say I have a lot going on.
Okay. A lot of people use the word crazy busy to describe kind of their day, their week, their month.
Do you like your wallpaper?
Wow, look at that little wallpaper there.
I'm not tooting my own horn, but
that is pretty good
toot,
quality
toot.
right there. Yeah, it's
Sorry,
got the clock like we're in school too.
I know.
Nice. Very nice.
Sorry, I'll let you talk now.
So, I want to try to make it so that you guys never use the phrase crazy busy. After today, I'm just hoping that you just stop using it. You won't use it. It's not something that you're going to utilize. I want to put crazy busy into perspective.
Super busy? Is that one and the same? Or will this...
You tell me.
Okay.
You tell me when you're done
I got
here.
you.
So just want to put it into perspective. So you can be as busy as an emergency room without feeling like you're crazy busy by using the same tactics that they use. So think about an emergency room. Our brains all process stress in similar fundamental ways, but how we react to it, it has been shown by research to be modifiable. So whether it's emergencies or just daily, day in, day out stress is kind of how we put things into kind of context. Now, contrast crazy busy mode with how the team in an ER really thinks. Okay, put these things into perspective here. An ER thinks ready mode. They don't think crazy busy. They think ready mode because they got to react to a circumstance. So how do they do this? What's the first thing that happens when you go into an ER? You go through triage, right? And when you go through triage, they prioritize the degree of the urgency of that illness or ailment that you're coming in with. So this isn't just a nice way to get your to-do list done. It's a suggestion to kind of triage the things that you're looking at and helping you prioritize what's important there. So there are studies which show people who cannot differentiate threat from non-threat and react to everything within the same response have double the level of stress hormones, which this is why this is the first skill you have to learn. You can't take care of them all at once, but but you don't have to, because we can triage these things. You know, we look at this and go, oh my gosh, I got all these things to do, I gotta take care of all of them. But if you put them into kind of a red, yellow, green perspective of triaging it, red is something that's immediately life-threatening. It's something that is absolutely needing your attention. You got to do it. You got to get on it. Yellow is serious, but it's not immediately life-threatening. And then green is relatively minor. Obviously, we focus our efforts on the first, being the red. Now, hear this. Part of the problem in crazy mode is that you are reacting to everything as if it's red. Don't we know it? So, as you see, it's important that we start by triaging correctly. You got to know the difference between red and yellow. You know, you got to be able to understand that, yeah, maybe this is important, but it's not an emergency. It's not as urgent as it is. Yeah, you probably feel a little bit of stress to it, but that doesn't mean that it equates to everybody, and everybody's freaking out about it. It's not. It's probably in that yellow category. So, if step one is that we triage, step two is that we design to make those tasks easier to do. Science shows us that the more options we have, then the longer each decision takes. Fact, go to a restaurant and have a menu that is just thorough, 5 pages.
Yeah.
You freak out, right?
Sensory overload.
More decisions to make. So the more decisions that we have to make, the more exhausted our brains get, and the less it is capable of making good decisions, which is why this step is about finding ways to reduce the amount of decisions that you have, okay? So I've come up with kind of 4 ideas or examples of kind of how you can utilize some of these things in your daily life. Plan your whole entire week's meals on the weekend. So when it's Wednesday at 6 p.m. and everybody's hangry and requesting pizza, you have no decisions to make to get a healthy meal on the table. I mean, if you just plan this thing all the way out. Automate. Don't leave everything or anything to remember that you could automate it. Whether it's scheduling, whether it's putting it on a calendar, whether it is, it's a reoccurring purchase. We'll just schedule it. Put it out there, and we're going to buy the dog food every month. Make it automated. Put it all together in an automated sense. Co-locate, which is great. Get everything where it belongs, right? When it comes to like all your exercise equipment, store all the equipment you need for certain activities together. They're all charged, it's all ready to go. Don't spend energy looking for it. And then decrease the temptation, especially those of us driven by those sugar cravings. This in itself is its own crazy mode and self-medication. So stop working your willpower, design it differently. If a temptation is out of our immediate reach, such as that you have to use a stool to reach it, even when it's chocolate or bacon. Studies say that 70% ate less without even thinking about it. 70% of people, because they had to actually get a stool to go get it.
Right,
and
right.
So that's pretty crazy, right? So you can see now why it's so important to design to make the choices you wish to make things easier. Your organization can put an end to the siege of crazy busy just by reining in devices, interruptions, multitasking, and the information overload. So if you guys start trying some of those things, and triaging correctly, crazy busy doesn't become the term that you use anymore. You kind of look at something and go, you know what, I got some things I got to do, but I am comfortable with how they're kind of laid out, what I got to do.
Yeah.
Right?
I can't imagine, I used to be everything's a fire person, just because I struggled with, because everything's really important.
Right.
I mean, I have to get if I don't leave, if I leave work and not everything's done, I didn't do my job.
Right.
But the fact that, I know that when the guys have closings and they run at me with a survey,
Yeah.
that's a fire, you know what I mean? That's something that needs to get handled.
Yeah. But you've also handled it differently now, where it's it may be an emergency or very important to them in their eyes.
Correct.
Because here's my survey and I need it for my closing, but you're in the middle of doing what you're doing and that's important to you. So therefore it doesn't, one doesn't outweigh the other.
No.
Because it was brought to you. It's differentiating, going, I get it. That's probably something that's important. It's probably yellow. I'll get it. I
Yeah.
understand that there's some time urgency to that. I'll tend to it.
Right.
But I'm not going to certainly put it in the red category and make it, you know,
Yeah.
because that gets you all stressed out and that adds that anxiety.
It causes anxiety, absolutely.
And that's what this whole conversation is about is really just triaging events that are brought to you. Because it's their problem doesn't mean that it has to become yours.
Right.
You know, and a lot of people bring to you, you know, to us their situations and their questions, and they're anxious about it and they're nervous, or you can hear it in their voice, and you're going, this is obviously, you know, affecting
Something,
you,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
You're obviously, you know, triggered by this. That's fine. That's theirs. It doesn't. We have a choice. It doesn't have to be ours.
Correct.
And we
Correct.
have to be able to kind of differentiate. So when you guys are listening to people throughout the course of a week this week, and people are, you know, dropping their bombs on your desks and letting you know of all their problems and life things, and oh my gosh, it's overwhelming. That's cool. Listen to that and be a good friend and do those things. But then give yourself that minute to kind of triage it, and then figure out where you're going to put it.
For sure.
And then let yourself kind of meticulously address that. Say, yeah, you know, because that is important to them, I'm going to put this in my yellow bucket, and I will definitely tend to that because it'll help the whole process. But if you ramp up to crazy busy, they're already at crazy busy in their mind. So now you're both at this level, and now you bring everybody
Disaster's
else
coming.
around you. Yeah,
It's a recipe for disaster.
it is. It's a domino effect, and we see it in what we do in some instances where, you know, one domino falls and then they all fall behind it, and now everybody's in this crazy circle. And what happens? Nothing is effectively
Nope.
done. Decisions aren't, you know, well made
Logically
and well
made,
thought
yeah.
of. That's where mistakes happen.
Mhm.
It's so somebody has to be the voice of reason, and being able to kind of differentiate. Going,
Absolutely.
holy cow, what happened here? How did we get to this?
Right.
So crazy mode to me really, or crazy busy to me, speaks at a level of like tornadic functionality where I'm so busy that I can't even function in my own brain.
Right.
And that's a shame, and I'd hate to see anybody here on this team be in that mode, because it means that we are putting a lot of stress on, you know,
Correct.
on them and
Correct.
you know, driving them in a direction that's really whoa.
Yeah.
So give that a little thought for your Monday motivation, folks. I hope you are listening to this and able to push this out to the other social medias. I think we'll run this later on this afternoon or evening, I guess, because it is afternoon now. So we'll probably shoot this out tonight. So if you have some family and friends that are crazy busy, but want to make some time to listen to maybe a different rationalization of it, this would be a good opportunity to do that. And make sure you guys join us. What time do you think we're going to do it tomorrow? What do you think? Think we'll do it in the
Probably AM.
in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think in the
So
morning.
tomorrow morning, Amy is going to come at you with some positive vibes and share some great stories about Tuesdays, which tomorrow will be Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And we will see you again this Thursday for sure with a guest.
Yes, we had a guest Thursday.
a live guest coming. We didn't see you last week because our guest had canceled. We were
golfing.
We were out on the golfing
We
course.
were networking. We were supporting the Chicago Dearborn Realtist group.
We did.
Um,
We should have brought our hardware out.
we should have brought our hardware.
Tomorrow. We'll have it out tomorrow.
Okay,
Yes.
we will. Yes, we had a great time. We always like supporting, giving back, and seeing people out on the golf course, and
Yeah,
a
networking.
little bit of relationships, a little bit of networking,
Definitely.
and a lot of fun. So
Definitely made some good connections and good contacts and conversations. So, the events like this mean a lot. So thankful for that opportunity, and that was why you didn't see us on Thursday. But we will be here.
And our guest couldn't make it Friday. We were gonna see you Friday, but our guest had to reschedule. So,
Yeah.
so that is why we got away from us.
There we go. Our excuse is given.
It
There
wasn't
is.
an excuse;
No,
it was a
it's
reason.
reality. Absolutely. Nice. Well, let's let these folks go on with their week.
Let's
I hope you
do it.
guys had a great start to your week. I hope it gets even better with each and every day in it. And until next time, my name is Drew.
And my name is Amy.
We are your Inspired Business Group. We thank you guys for tuning in and sharing this with us. And we'll talk to you guys again real soon. Take care, everybody.
Well, there you have it. That is it for this week's edition of Title Talk. Be sure to head over to our Inspired YouTube page and subscribe and like. And make sure you follow the team on Instagram and Facebook. Join us again next time for more tips and knowledge from the industry pros. Thanks again for listening.